Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube vlog. Kung bago ka pa lang, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have plans to travel UAE, these are the 10 things and facts that you need to consider and remember. These are the 10 facts that you need to remember, consider if you have plans to travel in UAE. Of course, after this pandemic, I know that you have plans to travel around the world and you'll be considering UAE of one of your bucket lists. So this is the first 10 things that you need to remember. Number 1, clothing. UAE, guys, is Muslim country. We should be considering, especially the tourists and the people of UAE, should be dressed modestly, particularly in public areas like public places like shopping malls. Clothing should not be transparent, guys. Exposing indecently parts of the body is really prohibited. We need also to consider the displaying of picture and slogan printed out to the t-shirt we should be always reminded with that, because UAE there is a higher law or guidelines regarding on the clothing, not just the clothing of course, and also displaying of the parts and slogan of the clothes itself. That's for number 1, clothing. Number 2, guys, is alcohol. According to the UAE Federal Law number 3 of 1987, Muslims are prohibited from drinking alcohol. That is why the UAE government encourages and push this law, because of course the Muslim people here are prohibited from drinking the alcohol. Likewise the tourists. However, there is a designated licensed restaurant and hotels. So like what I've mentioned, we need to underscore the word license. So there is a specific license areas and restaurants that they serve alcohol. Here in Dubai, the government here in Dubai encourages and motivates its people not to drink alcohol, especially in the public places, and it is punishable by law. And also adding alcohol in different food products is prohibited. That is why if you really love to drink, I think you need to go in the licensed restaurant and hotels so that you will be able to enjoy your vacation here in UAE. So next, guys, number 3 is best time to go here in UAE. If I may suggest, the best time to go here in UAE is between October to April, because this period comes winter season. So if it is like winter here, you'll be able to experience and enjoy your vacation so that you'll be able to explore more of the beauty of UAE, as we offer Miracle Garden, Yas Island, and Global Village. Unlike in Philippines, some of the tourists most of the tourists comes during vacation time. Unlike here, in contrary, here in UAE, I think you'll not be able to enjoy UAE if you will be coming here in summertime, because during summertime of June to September, you'll be able to experience 45 degrees Celsius of heat here in the country. I think you'll not be able to like that. So I think the best time to go here in UAE is between October and April. Also, we need to consider the Ramadan time or period here in UAE, especially in 2021. The Ramadan 2021 will start on April 12 to May 11, because there is a high restriction regarding on the food. Tourists are not allowed to take their foods or eat outside publicly, as we need to consider and respect the culture of the Muslim people here in UAE. Number 4 guidelines on our bucket list if you have plans to travel UAE is Ramadan 2021. So the Ramadan periods or celebration will start on April 12 to May 11. During this time, the visitors or the tourists are not allowed to eat publicly, because we need to respect that our brothers and sisters who are Muslim, they are experiencing their fasting. So we need to respect that. If we have plans to eat, I think you need to eat privately. And also the restaurants and eating establishments here in UAE will be closed from morning, I think 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. 5 p.m. onwards, they are allowed to open as giving respect to our brothers and sisters. So regarding on that, with regard on that, our brothers and sisters who are Muslim will be allowed to eat, I think 7 p.m. onwards. So Ramadan period 2021 will start in April 12 to May 11 next year. Number 5 on our list, sadly, this is a very sad part of the bucket list that I will be giving you. If you would be part of the LGBTQI community, UAE is I think, not a best country for you. However, there is always limitations and things that you need to consider. If you'll be part of the LGBTQI community and also you're a public figure, and you have plans to work here in UAE on the long term. We are talking about long term here. If you have plans to work here, you are not allowed to work here in UAE. However, in entertainment, if you have plans to work here for a short time, for a month, 3 months only, then I think you need to go and look for a permit for that. And the government will be able to issue a permit for entertainment if you have plans to do that here in UAE. So going back, if you'll be part of the LGBTQI community, especially if you are an artist or a public figure in the Philippines and you'll have plans to work here in UAE, I think UAE is not best country for you because there is high restriction regarding on this. Since UAE is a Muslim country, LGBTQI community and people are not tolerated here. So, ayun. It's very sad to know, but we need to respect the rules and regulation of existing country, like in other countries. So that's in our number 5 list, LGBTQI community. Number 6 on our list is the social media accounts. We need to consider that UAE is a Muslim country. So like what I've mentioned a while back in the LGBTQI community guidelines. For number 5, dating site for men to men, girl to girl are prohibited here in UAE. These are just the social media accounts allowed here in UAE. These are Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. These are just the social media which are allowed to use inside the UAE. So, sorry for the word, porn sites here in UAE are not allowed. So if you have plans to watch on that, I think you can find ways to for you to be able to watch those things. So as per guidelines on the government law regarding on this, these are just the social media accounts that you are allowed to use inside UAE. Number 8 on our bucket list if you have plans to visit and travel and explore UAE, you need to remember the mode of transportation here in the country. In every emirate here in UAE, they have a specific mode of transportation. However, meron naman pagkakahambing at halintulad. So in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they have a specific bus that has numbers in each bus stop. So that means guys, there are specific number that you need to consider if you'll be transferring or traveling from place to place. So if you have no plans to take the public bus here in UAE, we also have taxi, and we also offer very low fare in taxi. So however, I will be encouraging you to try our bus so that you'll be able to explore the beauty of UAE. Number 9 is etiquette. Public displays of affection should be minimal here in UAE. Holding hands is allowed. However guys, kissing and hugging in public places are prohibited. So we also need to consider that noise disruption, bad language, and making obscene gestures and showing disrespect in any forms and kinds to the UAE, its leaders and religions are all forbidden. This may land you to legal trouble and of course deportation. So you need to be reminded of that. So that is an our number 9, etiquette. Number 10 on our list is eating pork. If you are really fanatic and love to eat pork, I think you need to look for a licensed restaurant and supermarket so that you'll be able to buy and eat pork. So there is a high guidelines regarding on this because UAE is a Muslim country. Here in UAE, not all of the supermarkets and restaurants serve pork. So there's a specific licensed restaurant that who serve pork. So that's in our number 10, eating of pork. So ayan guys, if you found this video very informative and gives you a hint on the things that you need to consider if you'll be having the plans to go here in UAE, please like and share. Do not forget to please subscribe because kailangan ko yan. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon.